glad you're here. Don't give up.
Has your family ever shared ghost stories at the dinner table? You know, the ones that get passed down like family recipes, only way more chilling. Tonight's story comes from a viewer whose family has one of those tales, and it involves a mysterious couple in a hospital, a malevolent spirit as a lady in white, and a resilient family. Scorpio Star 223. These are her family's tales.
When my cousin Marie was born, this story started circulating around my family, and it's been retold at so many dinners over the years. What's strange is that the story never changes. Different people who were there all tell it the same way, which makes it hard to dismiss. So when Marie was born, my aunt had a really difficult labor. She was in pain for quite a while. Now, just for background, Marie is Puerto Rican and Sicilian. I mention that because my father's side, the Puerto Rican side, has roots in Santeria. While my aunt was in labor, there was a couple sitting in the waiting room that no one in the family recognized. After my cousin was born, this couple asked to come into the hospital room. I'm not sure who let them in, but they entered, and the man told my aunt, "We've been waiting for you to have this baby." He then handed her a cross and a Bible. Weird, right? No one knew them. No family connection, no explanation. Just strangers with a message and a gift. Fast forward a few months later. This was June of 1988. My aunt, who lived in Long Beach, Long Island, had the same spiritual gifts as I do. On this particular day, her car was in the shop, but she had this overwhelming urge to get to her sister's house, my other aunt, who lived 45 minutes away in Smithtown. For those familiar with Long Island, you know that's not a short trip, especially with no car. But she couldn't shake the feeling, so she hitchhiked all the way there. When she arrived, she burst into the house, frantic, saying she had to get into the room where Marie was. My other aunt was in the kitchen, mopping the floor, but she was in some sort of trance, frozen, unable to move. My aunt ran to Marie's room and saw a woman, a spirit, standing over the crib. She was able to drive the spirit out of the room. That spirit was what we later called the Lady in White. 9 years later, when Marie's younger sister Jenna was born, things got even stranger. By the time Jenna was 4, she would talk to this same lady in the hallway. She'd tell my aunt she's my other mommy. She wears white and she's going to take me to a castle. She insisted the lady was her real mom. I always felt that this lady in white was evil. One day, my aunt was telling her sister-in-law about the spirit, and her sister-in-law, who practiced Santeria, showed her a photo of a great aunt from Puerto Rico. This woman had been a nun, and when my aunt showed Jenna the photo, Jenna said, "That's her." But even with that connection, something about this spirit felt off to me. I never felt the photo myself, but I sensed darkness. Years later, when I was about 16, I had a dream. In it, I was at my cousin's house, the one where all this happened, and I could hear all these spirits talking. I walked outside in the dream and saw her, the old hag in white, the same one from the stories. I said to myself, this is her. This is who they've been experiencing. She attacked me in the dream, tried to kill me. Then, my grandmother showed up in a car and saved me, in the dream, of course. But here's the twist. In real life, my grandmother actually woke me up for school at the exact moment. I was so relieved. That dream felt so real and so evil. Later in life, my aunt bought a house. As a housewarming gift, her sister-in-law gave her a photo of that same nun. Again, I don't understand why. It felt wrong. After that, strange things started happening. I gave my aunt a porcelain angel. She loves angels. And the back of its head cracked open. Then a picture of the Last Supper fell off the wall and shattered. Another angel statue she got fell and broke. My cousin began experiencing sleep paralysis. It got so bad that I went over and spiritually cleansed the house. To me, it all ties back to that photo of the woman in white. And all this reminded me of another old family story that would get told at the dinner table. My great-grandparents came from Sicily and lived in Brooklyn. One day, my great-grandmother was cleaning the house while her 2-year-old daughter, my grandmother's sister, was sitting in a high chair. Suddenly, she was gone, vanished. There was no way she could have gotten out on her own. My great-grandmother searched the entire house in panic. Nothing. But when she came back inside, her daughter was just sitting there in the high chair like nothing ever happened. So yeah, my family has experienced a lot of paranormal things over the years. It's eerie, it's powerful, and it's definitely not all coincidence.
What are your thoughts on these stories? Comment them down below. And if you have a story you'd like me to narrate, DM it to me. Let's talk. I'm Sam Mayal, and thank you for watching.